The freezer on aisle 7. Connie had worked nights at Maple Street Market for 12 years. She wasn't afraid of shoplifters. She wasn't afraid of rude customers. She wasn't afraid of storms, power outages, or the strange men who came in at 2 a.m. wearing sunglasses. But she refused to stock aisle 7 alone. I found that out during my first week working there. I was 19, broke, and needed the overnight shift because it paid an extra $1 an hour. The manager gave me a scanner, a box cutter, and one warning. If Connie tells you not to open something, don't open it. I thought he was joking. Around midnight, Connie and I started restocking frozen foods. She was in her 50s, always wore purple nail polish, and chewed peppermint gum like it owed her money. She knew every customer by their shoes. People lie with their mouths, she told me, but shoes tell the truth. At 2:13 a.m., we heard a knock from inside the freezer at the end of aisle 7. Not the walk-in freezer in the back, the customer freezer, the one with glass doors and frozen pizzas inside. Knock, knock, knock. I froze. Connie didn't even look up. "Keep walking," she said. "There's somebody in there." "No, there isn't." The knocking came again, slower this time. Then a voice whispered through the glass, "Connie?" Her face changed. For the first time all night, she looked scared. She grabbed my wrist and pulled me toward the stockroom. "Do not answer it." But I looked back. Inside the freezer, behind the fogged glass, I saw a handprint, then another, then a face, a boy, maybe 17. He pressed his palm against the glass like he was freezing to death. I ran back and yanked the freezer door open. Cold air spilled across the aisle, but nobody was inside, only frozen pizzas. Connie slapped the door shut. "You just invited it to ask again," she whispered. The next morning, I asked the manager what happened on aisle 7. He pretended not to hear me. So I asked Mr. Leon, the retired mailman who came in every morning for coffee and a newspaper. He looked toward the freezer and said, "That store used to be smaller. Before the renovation, aisle 7 was where the back exit was." Then he told me about Marcus Bell, 17 years old, bagged groceries after school. One night, during a robbery, Marcus ran toward the back exit to call for help. But the robbers caught him before he made it out. Police found the cash register open. They found Marcus's jacket near the freezer section, but Marcus was never found. The case went cold. That night, I almost called out, but rent was due. At 2:13 a.m., the knocking started again. This time, I didn't move. Connie stood beside me, gripping a mop handle like a weapon. The freezer glass fogged over. A finger slowly wrote from the inside, "Red shoes." Connie dropped the mop. "What does that mean?" I asked. She whispered, "Shoes tell the truth." The next day, an older man came into the store wearing red sneakers. Connie watched him from behind the register. He bought cigarettes, a lottery ticket, and a frozen pizza from aisle 7. When he opened the freezer door, every light in the store flickered. The man froze. From somewhere inside the freezer came a teenage boy's voice. "You left me." The man ran. Connie called Officer Briggs before he reached the parking lot. Turns out, the man had been questioned in Marcus Bell's disappearance years earlier, but never charged. After Connie's call, Briggs reopened the case. They searched the man's old storage unit and found a rusted cash drawer from Maple Street Market, but still no Marcus. A week later, the freezer on aisle 7 stopped knocking. Connie said that meant Marcus had been heard, not found, just heard. The store replaced the freezer 2 months later. Brand new glass, brand new lights, brand new lock. But on my last night working there, I passed aisle 7 at 2:13 a.m. The freezer was empty. No food, no frost, just one pair of red sneakers sitting inside. and written across the glass from the inside were the words, "He knows where I am."
If you made it this far, you already know that was crazy. Subscribe for more.